Hi. A lot of not knowing is going on with me, but here I am. Um, I hope that you will. If you've never seen me, my name is Stasia. I read energy. Today I want to talk a little bit about astrology. I don't know why I'm whispering. So um, maybe you don't feel like hearing someone talk loud. There's a lot of tension in relationships, is what I'm sensing. Personally, romantically, and I want to give you some insight astrologically about when you'll feel better. So, there has been an ongoing square between Venus and Mars in the sky. And Venus is the archetype of energy of like the divine feminine, and Mars is the divine masculine. And so we carry both of these energies within us, and these are both personal planets. So I know you're feeling it, right? And it may not be in like a relationship per se, but I feel like for a lot of people, it is with a relationship. But it could also be the different aspects of self, the part of you that wants to go, the part of you that wants to do, the part of you that wants to act, and then the part of you that wants to rest, that wants to think about it, that wants to wait for things to come up so that they know what to do, right? It's like I don't really have clear direction. I don't really have clear direction. And so there is this energy of that. So with Venus, she has been in Virgo, right? Which means there's a couple ways to break this down. So you want to know the Virgo area of your chart because that's where Venus has been sitting. And I'll post a visual, right? Because Venus is in Virgo and Mars is in Gemini. And so there's this energy where it's like Venus and Virgo wants to be of service, but she wants to use her discernment. She wants things to be perfect. She wants kinda, because when she entered Virgo, she was conjunct the South Node, which is like you have to release this need for perfection. Um, and so she came into the sign of Virgo needing to release perfection in the way that she showed her energetic signature, right? And Venus is a yin planet. It is like a receiving energy. Venus wants to receive. It's the inner world. It's our beauty. It's our aesthetics. But it is like our beauty from the perspective of how we see ourselves, how we see the world. It doesn't mean that things are perfect, right? You can see abstract things that are very beautiful and not necessarily traditional things that are beautiful, right? So it's this type of discernment energy. Mars in Gemini was conjunct Uranus. So he's a little rambunctious. Mars is like, he's the engineer, he's the mover and groover, he's the athlete, he wants to go. So part of you wants is may feel restless, right? There may be this restlessness that's in you. But with Mars conjunct Uranus, that's a little bit of chaos, like moving too fast. I'm hearing the song. Was that Little Baby? Maybe. Um, I knew it wouldn't last. Yeah, so there's this energy coming through about relationships. Okay, but Mars has a lot to say in Gemini after he passes Uranus. I got a lot to say. I want to talk about it. So you could see where the masculine in relationships are more communicative. You could also see where the females are more like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm not sure. I'm unclear. Um, And okay, so there's some energy coming through, which, okay. So that could be different aspects of self, like I was saying. There could be part of you where you want to move on something, but also you're uncertain of it. But in an external experience of like a relationship, I feel like, the masculine energy, there are males that are actually more communicative and talkative, where the females are more discerning, right? Like, I don't know. Have you changed? Like, are you the same? And what spirit is saying is like there are some people that are evolving as we speak. They are keeping up. They're kind of late, not late because there's no such thing, right? But they're like you keep trying to get away from a situation, I feel like, but the person keeps like something about you is keeping them going, like rising, ascending. And it's confusing you because you're like, I think that you have an old perspective of their vibration. I'm not going to go too much into that because I feel like this is, I don't want to mix my personal energy. They're saying it's not my personal energy. Okay. Um, So maybe it's happening for all of us, right? But there's this energy where I feel like there's another person in your energetic field that keeps surprising you energetically or rising up. But I feel like it doesn't mean that you need to be together with this person, but it's important for you to know that they are elevating frequency wise. Astrologically, which is what I wanted to talk about. Not that I don't love you, Spirit, because very much so, right? Okay. Um, they're saying that people really need to hear because there are a lot of people that are struggling in relationships and that they're giving me this energy like people are uncertain. Okay. And they love you. They were telling me they love me too, but they make me a little giddy. Okay. Um, Venus is moving. This is the point. Venus is going to move. August is going to be a crazy ass month. But when Venus moves on August the 6th into Libra, she is going to be back at home. She is going to have balance. There's going to be justice. She's going to be justified in her actions, but it's going to be from a very balanced perspective. She's going to have more to say. She's going to have better um, insight on what it is that she was just discerning. And so as this week passes or as we move into August or start the month of August, I just want you to hold tight because there is going to be clarity when Venus moves. Mars is also going to move. I don't think Mars moves until August the 11th. But Mars has been having a lot to say. But Mars is going to go move into the sign of Cancer, right? So now we have the element of water and emotions. Mars becomes more of like elusive because he's an athlete, okay? But he becomes more emotional in the sign of Cancer, more concerned about family, home, we should be together. I want to, you can start to see this shift where it's like, but you'll, as in the divine feminine. And again, I know that I said male and female because that is the energy that was coming to me, but how we relate to that is not for me to decide, right? But just know that there is this dynamic that is happening between Venus and Mars. Right now, Venus is in Virgo, Mars is in Gemini. Mars is going to move into the sign of Cancer and out of air where he's thinking and talking too much, more into his emotional state and family and security. And I want to protect you and I want to, keep you safe. And Venus is going to move more into, her home of like not being soft, because Venus, I mean, yes, there's a softness to it, but there's also this like attraction, receptivity. She's going to be more receptive to this energy, where she isn't so much right now in Virgo, because she's uncertain and she's trying to release these aspects of her that has to do with knowing how to do it, and leaning more into the faith of the fact that things are going to be okay. So, Venus and Mars are in a square. They are moving out of this square. Venus is going to have a better influence, starting the second week of August. I love you.